Previously on Angels and Demons of Every Realm.
454 Angels of the 7 Days. According to Barrett's The Magus 2, Michael rules over Sunday, Gabriel over Monday, Samael over Tuesday, Raphael over Wednesday, Sachiel over Thursday, Anael over Fridays, and Cassiel over Saturday. Each presides with their sigil etched in sacred authority, binding cosmic forces to the rhythm of days. 455 Angels of the 7 Heavens. The first heaven is presided over by Gabriel. The second heaven is presided over by Raphael, Zachariel, and Galizur. The third heaven is presided over by Jabniel, Rabatiel, and Dalkiel. The fourth heaven is presided over by Michael. The fifth is presided over by Samael and Gadriel. The sixth heaven is presided over by Zachiel, Zebul, Sandalphon, and Sabbath. And the seventh heaven is presided over by Cassiel. Though assigned to heavens, these rulers also act as guardians of celestial halls. Some legends bind Samael in the seventh heaven as a prisoner, terrible and constrained. (459) Angels of Snow. The Angels of Snow are the angels Shalgiel and Michael. Described in Revelation of John, their frozen breath halts time. They cloak the world in white silence. 460 Angel of Solitudes. The Angel of Solitudes is Cassiel, also the Angel of Tears, watches from far distances, his gaze melancholic. So too is Sandalphon, mourning from the edge of heaven. 461 Angels over Sorceries. According to the biblical antiquities of Philo, the wizard Aod called these angels of sorceries forth to make the sun shine at night. Their names are secret, as are their arts. 462 Angels of the Spring. In occult lore, the angels of the spring include Amatiel, Caracassa, Kor, and Komisoros. Milkiel rules the season. Spugliguel is the head of the sign. Their breath awakens life. 463 Angel of Summer. In occult lore, Gargatel or Gaviel is the angel of summer. Tariel rules the hot winds and green growth, while Tubiel is the head of the sign. 464 Angels of the Summer Equinox. These are a group of 9 or more angels led by Oronir. Their names repel the evil eye when used as amulets. Their presence balances heat with warding light. 465 Angels of the Sun. In occult lore and in the Kabbalah, the Angels of the Sun include an array of divine hierarchs, namely Arithiel, Galgaliel, Gazadia, Metatron, Michael, Ok, Raphael, Uriel, and Zerachiel. The Zohar told of a singular angel who, crowned with the holy name, opens heaven's gates at dawn. 466 Angel of Sunday. According to occult lore and grimoires of magic, each hour of the day of Sunday has a ruling angel. The first hour is governed by Michael, the second hour by Anael, the third hour by Raphael, the fourth by Gabriel, the fifth by Cassiel, the sixth hour by Sachiel, and the seventh by Samael. And from the 8th to the 12th hour, the pattern is repeated. These angels overlap, weaving divine influence across the Sabbath. 467 Angel of the Supreme Mysteries. The Angel of the Supreme Mysteries is Raziel, the keeper of hidden knowledge. His book holds secrets God whispered before time. 468 Angel of the Sword. This is the angel called Sokedhezi. Guardian of divine judgment, Sokedhezi stands at the threshold of heaven with a flaming sword poised. The blade bears names unspoken, truths unuttered, severing illusion from destiny. Though he is the chief angel of the sword, there are other angels designated this title, gathered from sources like the Sword of Moses. They are beings of swift retribution, of holy war, called only when the divine must intervene through fire and edge. 469, angel over Tartarus, Uriel. Beneath all realms, in the abyss of burning stone and screaming wind, watches Uriel, the light in the pit, the sentinel of Tartarus. With eyes that pierce shadows and a gaze that damns, he holds dominion over the fallen, the chained, the forgotten, eponymous chief of the Tartarucci. Uriel does not pity, he remembers. 470. Angel of Taurus, the bull. Within the celestial bull, slow and immovable, resides Tuul, also known as Asmodel in ceremonial magic. His horns pierce the firmament. His breath turns the seasons. According to Rabbi Chomer in Levi's Transcendental Magic, the governing spirits Bagdal and Araziel walk in his circle, lending weight to matter, patience to motion. Tuul teaches endurance, rules fertility, and blesses those whose ambition is carved from stubbornness and will. 471. Angel of Tears. These are the angels Sandalphon and Cassiel. Where grief becomes divine and tears fall like stars, there dwell Sandalphon and Cassiel, the twin bearers of sorrow. They collect the lamentations of earth and carry them upward, folding them into celestial song. Cassiel, detached and silent, watches. Sandalphon, immense and musical, sings the pain of the world into the ears of the infinite. In the fourth heaven, Islam speaks of the angel of tears, nameless but present, ever weeping. 472nd, Angels of Terror. Surrounding the throne of glory are the quaking angels, mighty beings of terror. Pahadron, chief among them, governs Tishri, the month of awe and reckoning from September to October. These angels do not punish, they terrify by their sheer presence, bending the soul with holiness too immense to bear. They tremble and the heavens quake. 473rd, Angel of the Testament, John the Baptist, or Jesus Christ. From the lips of Malachi to the waters of the Jordan, the angel of the Testament stands revealed. Salkeld's Treatise of Angels says it is John the Baptist. Lactantius's Angels and Demons says it is Christ. One heralds the covenant, the other fulfills it. In them, message and messenger merge, and the testament bleeds into flesh and flame. 474. Angels of the third heaven. Moses saw them, giants of glory towering beyond time. So tall it would take a human 500 years to climb his height, having 70,000 heads and countless tongues, all declaring divine law. In the third heaven, where understanding meets judgment, these angels govern realities unseen. They call them the Erelim, and chief among them are Jabniel, Rabachiel, Dalkiel, Baradiel, Shaphil, and Raziel. The Heptameron, by Deabano, names more angels who reside in the third heaven, including Miliel, Usirmuel, Jerescu, and Babel, while other sources place the Erelim in the third heaven, not the fourth. 475. Angels of the Throne. Called the Ophanim according to the book of Angel Raziel, they roll across the cosmos, wheels within wheels and thrones of fire. These angels are steadfastness incarnate. 70 once stood before the throne, but many fell. Some now serve below in hell's mirrored court, yet still they bear names of power, chief among them being Tikagar, Pashar, Boel, Raum, Quelamia, Oriphiel, Othaniel, Raziel, Zabkiel, Jophiel, Ambriel, and others. The Dionysian scheme places the Order of Thrones third place in the first triad of the celestial hierarchy. 476. Angel of Thunder, Ramiel or Uriel. In the shattering sound of storm and the splitting of clouds, Ramiel rides. Uriel too crackles with lightning. Adad and Rimmon echo in Babylon's memory. These are the angels who strike in the name of heaven. Their voices are thunder, their silence is the eye of the storm. 477. Angels of Thursday. Sachiel, Castiel, and Asaciel rule Thursday, while Paracelsian talismanic lore attributes this day to Zachariel. Reference The History and Practice of Magic 1, page 318. 478. Angel of Time. Unnamed in the tarot, card number 14. This angel stands between heaven and earth, 1 foot on land, 1 in the sea, robed in white, with flaming wings and a golden halo. On its brow is the eternal circle, and behind it the rising sun. In Hermetic hierarchy, this angel is called Rempha, as referenced in Christians' The History and Practice of Magic. 479. Angels of the Triplicities. These angels rule the zodiac's elemental triplicities. Michael over the fiery triplicity, Raphael over the airy triplicity, Gabriel over the watery triplicity, and Uriel over the earthly triplicity. 480. Angel of Truth. Amitiel, Michael, and Gabriel are all associated with truth. In Jewish legend, the angel of truth was destroyed for opposing mankind's creation. Gabriel is also the spirit of truth in Islamic tradition. 481. Angel of Tuesday. Samael, Satael, Amabiel, Friagna, Carmax, Aragon, and Hiniel are Tuesday's angelic rulers according to occult lore and grimoires of magic. 482. Angels of Vengeance. Created at the dawn of existence, there are said to be 12 angels of vengeance. Catholic doctrine names 6 of them: Satanel, Michael, Gabriel, Uriel, Raphael, and Nathanael, or Zathael. They are possibly interchangeable with 12 angels of the presence of which Suriel, Jehoel, Zagzagel, Acatriel, Metatron, and Yephaphiah are among. 483. Angel of Venus. Anael or Haniel, Hasdiel, Eurybatres, Raphael, Hagiel, and Nogel are all connected with Venus. 484. Angel of Victory. In Parsi lore, the Angel of Victory is Bahram, an angel associated with the ascension of the soul of man, according to the Dabistan and the Mandaeans of Iraq and Iran. 485. Angel of Vindication. According to the Kabbalah, the Angel of Vindication is Duma, who is also the angel of silence and stillness in death, and a governing prince of Egypt alongside Rahab and other formidable gods of Egypt. Reference the Holy Kabbalah by weight. 486. Angel of Virgo, the Virgin. In occult lore, Voil or Vol rules over the zodiacal sign Virgo. According to Rabbi Choma, in Levi's transcendental magic, Ladara and Shaltiel are also ruling spirits. 487. Angels of the Order of Virtues. Over 20 angels of the Order of Virtues are named in Davidson's Celestial Virtues. Ruling princes of this angelic order include Ariel, Barbiel, Haniel, Peliel, Nathaniel, and Atuniel. 488. Angel of War. The angels Michael and Gadriel are primarily war angels, Angel Gabriel also. In the Kabbalah, however, the angel Phaleg is known as the War Lord, popularized by Cornelius Agrippa. 489. Angel of Water and the Waters of the Earth. The angels over the waters include Tharsis, Arariel, Taliud, Phul, Michael, Anaphil, and in Persian lore, Haruda. And according to Cornelius Agrippa, the angel Fool is the supreme lord of the waters. 490. Angel of Wednesday. Raphael is the main angel and governor of the day of Wednesday. Also mentioned to preside over Wednesday are Miel and Seraphiel. 491. Angel of the West. The angel Gabriel is known as the angel and guardian of the West, as referenced in Anne Boleyn's La Kabbale Pratique. 492. Angel of the Whirlwind. According to 3rd Enoch and the legends of the Jews, the angel Rashiel or Zavael is the summoner of the whirlwinds. 493. Angel of the wild beasts. In Moses Gaster's The Sword of Moses and the Jewish encyclopedia, the angels Metniel and Jehiel, or Hail, are named the angels and masters of wild beasts. 494. Angel of the wilderness. In the Jewish Kabbalah, and according to Levi's transcendental magic, the angel of the wilderness is the planet Saturn. The angel Oriphel is also identified as a ruling prince of the wilderness. 495. Angel of the wind. 4 angels of the wind are named in Revelation 7:1. In mystical texts, however, and in the Book of Jubilees, as well as the 3rd book of Enoch, the angels Moriel, Ruchiel, Rugiel, Ben-Nez, and the celestial ephemerae are mentioned. The cherubim were also seen as personifications of the wind. 496. Angel of winter. Mystical and apocryphal texts such as the Dictionnaire Infernal, the Heptameron, and Book of Jubilees name Amabael and Setarari as the angels of the season of winter, with the ruling head being the angel Taurus. 497. Angel of wisdom. In Talmudic tradition, the angel Zagzagal is the angel of wisdom. Other princes of wisdom include Metatron, under the name Sasnigil, and Dina, under the name Yephiphia or Yophil. According to legend, Zagzagal once led Moses to a place where celestial scholars congregated, all of them occupied with expounding the Torah. 498. Angel or prince of the world. Depending on the view of good and evil, light and darkness, the angels and princes who wield power over the earth include Satan, Michael, Jehoel, Metatron, and Mammon. Referenced in the Talmud and Bamberger's Fallen Angels, page 58. 499. Angels at the world's end. According to revelation of Esdras, the angels at the ends of the world are none other than Michael, Gabriel, Uriel, and Raphael. 500. Angels of Wrath. The angels of wrath include Af, who is perhaps the most popular, and Hema, Mispopia Sael, and Ezrael. In the revelation of Moses, Moses saw angels of wrath in the 7th heaven, composed wholly of fire. In Midrash Tehillim, however, wrath is personified as the angel Kezeph. 7 wrath-bearing angels also appear in the Book of Revelation, although unnamed. 501. Angels of the Zodiac. According to the Magus 2 by Barrett, Aries is ruled by Malahidael, Taurus by Asmodel, Gemini by Ambriel, Cancer by Muriel or Manuel, Leo by Virchiel, Virgo by Hamaliel, Libra by Zuriel, Scorpio by Barkiel, Sagittarius by Advakiel or Adnakiel, Capricorn by Hamael, Aquarius by Cambiel, and Pisces by Barkiel. The overall ruler is Masle, while according to Agrippa's Occult Philosophy 3, additional governors of the zodiac include Akrabiel, Betuliel, Chesatiel, Dagimiel, Daliel, Geminiel, Masniel, Satamiel, Teletiel, and Tonimiel. 502. Angromanius. Angromanius is the great Zoroastrian adversary spirit, popularly known as Ahriman, born in opposition to the great god Ahura Mazda in Persian lore. He is the serpentine, death-bringing god, the deceiver of Zoroaster, the equivalent of Satan in Judeo-Christian lore. He is referenced in Jung's fallen angels in Jewish, Christian, and Mohammedan literature. 503. Aniel, also known as Haniel. Aniel is one of the many angelic guardians of the gates of the West Wind, according to the Ozar Midrashim 2. 504. Anihiel. Named in the Sword of Moses by M. Gaster, Anihiel is one of the angel princes appointed by God to the sword. 505. Anikel, also known as Anituel. Anikel is one of the 7 great princes of the spirits, depicted as a serpent of paradise. In some texts, such as a Vatican Faustian manual and the 6th and 7th books of Moses, Anikel is also listed among the 7 grand dukes of the infernal regions. 506. Anitor, referenced in the Greater Key of Solomon, the Grimorium Verum, and the Book of Black Magic and of Pacts. Anitor is a holy angel of God invoked in magical rites after proper ceremonial preparation. 507. Anixiel. Anixiel is one of the 28 angels assigned to govern the 28 mansions of the moon. 508. Anmael, also known as Chnum, a leader of the fallen angels, sometimes equated with Semyaza. Like Semyaza, Anmael entered a pact with a mortal woman called Istahar concerning the revelation of the explicit name of God. He is referenced in Jung's fallen angels in Jewish, Christian, and Mohammedan literature, and in Talmudic lore and poetic fiction. 509. Anuel. Anuel is one of the 72 angels bearing the great divine name Shemhamphorai. 510. The Anointed Cherub. A biblical title given to the Prince of Tyre in Ezekiel 28:14. 511. Ampiel, also called Anfiel. Ampiel is a rabbinic angel responsible for protecting birds, residing in the 6th heaven. Ampiel oversees 70 gates and crowns all prayers from earth before transmitting them to the 7th heaven. He is also identified as the angel who carried Enoch to heaven. He is referenced in the Zohar, in the Encyclopedia of Occultism by Spence, and in Ginsberg's The Legends of the Jews 1. 512. Anshe Shem, meaning men of name. A title used in magical incantations to address fallen angels, though traditionally it applies only to the fallen angels Azza and Azael, as referenced in the Zohar, and Bamberger's fallen angels. 513. Ansiel, the Constrainer. An angel summoned in magical rites according to Trachtenberg's Jewish magic and superstition. 514. Antichrist. Often identified with several powerful devils, such as Belial or Nero, the Antichrist is represented in both religious and occult sources as an adversary of divine will. 515. Antiel, a protective angel's name inscribed on Oriental Hebrew charms to repel evil, as referenced in Schreier's Hebrew amulets. 516. The Anuna. In Akkadian theology, the Anuna are terrestrial spirits often considered a type of angel, as referenced in Lenormant's Chaldean magic. 517. Anush. In the Book of Adam and Eve, Anush is one of the 3 ministering angels who served Adam by preparing meat and cooling and mixing his wine, the other 2 being Abel and Shetal. 518. Apharoth, also known as Atholf, mentioned in the Testament of Solomon, the Pistis Sophia, and the Sword of Moses. Apharoth is an angel associated with Raphael and referred to as the only true name of God. 519. Aphrodon. In Gnosticism, Aphrodon is a powerful celestial being dwelling in the Pleroma, surrounded by his 12 just ones and ruling the indivisible. 520. Apollyon. Apollyon is the Greek form of Abaddon, the destroyer and angel of the bottomless pit as mentioned in Revelation 9:11. In apocalyptic literature, he binds the dragon, Satan. While biblical depictions describe him as a divine agent, occult sources consider him a demon. 521. Apostate angel. A title for Satan used by Gregory the Great in Moralia on Job, emphasizing that fallen angels are without hope of redemption. 522. Apparitions. In the visions of Robert Flood, apparitions are not phantasms, but celestial orders, ranked as one of the three primary hierarchies, each further divided into triads of sacred design. Ethereal echoes of this hierarchy whisper through voices and acclamations, like distant thunder in forgotten heavens. 523. Apraxin, or Apragsh, a divine emissary, cloaked in the silence of the sword. Apraxin is named in the Sword of Moses by M. Gaster. Tasked by the Most High, he bears divine judgment as a celestial executioner. He is also known as Asi Assisi, his presence a herald of grim fates. 524. Absinthus, another name for wormwood. A name steeped in bitterness and prophetic doom. Wormwood casts down from the heavens in the Book of Revelations, poisoning waters and souls alike. A spirit of divine retribution and decay. 525. Apsu. In the abyssal echoes of Babylonian myth, Apsu stands not merely as the abyss, but as a sovereign of it, called both the father and wife of Tiamat, called both a male and female demon. Apsu is a hermaphroditic wellspring of chaos and is ultimately slain by the sun, Ea. He is referenced in Lenormand's Chaldean magic and Mackenzie's myths of Babylonia and Assyria. 526. Apudiel, one of the seven electors, sovereigns of planetary shadows, who governs the underworld spheres. He rules with Camael over the infernal Ganael. As cited in the Testament of Solomon, his power steeped in occult dominion and dread. 527. Aputel, a sacred name inscribed on the priest's breast as he pierced the holy veil into the Sanctum Sanctorum. Mentioned in the Greater Key of Solomon, this name was said to revive the dead when uttered and banish evil when etched in gold or brass. Its vibration a deathless hymn against the decay of worlds. 528. Akrab, a spirit of Arabic conjuration. Akrab's name means scorpion, and he stings with divine authority. Wielded and invoked in occult rites, he binds and commands. He is referenced in Idris Shah's occultism, its theory and practice. 529. Aqua Chai, or Aqua, a barbarous name, sacred and ineffable, summoned in Solomonic rites to bind the fallen and compel obedience. A name not spoken lightly, but chanted with tremors through blood and silence. Aqua Chai is referenced in the Greater Key of Solomon. 530. Arabonus. Invoked in deep ceremony, Arabonus answers only the master of the art. A servant of hidden will, he is cited in the Grimorium Verum and the Book of Black Magic and of Pacts, his power resonating in forbidden echoes beneath the surface of reality. 531. Araboth. Araboth is the seventh heaven, a realm beyond veils, beyond stars. It is the dwelling place of God himself, where the seraphim, Ophanim, and the angels of dread and love reside. Enoch's soul soared here, into Araboth, the cradle of divine terror and grace, as referenced in 3rd Enoch and the legends of the Jews. 532. Arachiel, or Arachiel, one of the Watchers, one of the fallen. His sin echoes in the bones of the earth, a whisperer of terrestrial signs, a betrayer of the higher mysteries. 533rd. Arad. Arad is an Indo-Persian guardian of both religion and science, a keeper of purity amidst spiritual warfare, referenced in Hyde's work titled Historia Religionis Veterum Persarum. 534. Araebel, a servant of the sixth hour, beneath the dominion of Samil, one of many who keep time and tide in the chambers of heaven. He is referenced in the Lemegeton. 535. Ariel, meaning Lion of God, a complex figure found in the Greater Key of Solomon, the Grand Grimoire, and other mystical texts. He is the prince of the birds, sovereign of avian spirits. He rides the wind, ruling the sky's breath and its messengers, as referenced in Malchus's The Ancients' Book of Magic. Ariel appears as a lion-headed angel or demon. He is also associated with the winds, with the angel Raphael, and with healing and punishment in the lower worlds. He is sometimes conflated with Yaldabaoth in Gnostic lore. To John Dee, Ariel was a combination of Anael and Uriel. In literature, Ariel is a sprite in Shakespeare's The Tempest and a rebel angel in Milton's Paradise Lost. 536. Araphiel, a prince of heaven's might, embodying divine strength and celestial majesty. Araphiel is a being of light forged in the furnace of God's will. He is referenced in the third book of Enoch. 537. Arakiba, once exalted, now fallen. Arakiba is a leader among the rebel host, a bringer of sin, his descent chronicled in Enoch 1, where he led 10 score of damned into the womb of corruption. 538. Aralim, also called Eralim, thrones of divine terror. These are the burning wheels, the silent judges seated beneath the sapphire throne. 539. Aramaiti. Aramaiti is one of the 6 Amesha Spentas. She is sacred harmony, divine balance, a song of peace, sung in the war of creation, according to Gainer's Dictionary of Mysticism. 540. Araphiel, meaning neck of God. He is a guardian of the second hall in the 7th heaven, according to the 3rd book of Enoch. 541. Arakiel. Arakiel is among the Watchers, fallen to earth. He taught mankind the signs of the soil and was cursed for it. Yet, in the Sibylline oracles, he is a guide to judgment, a psychopomp for the condemned. 542. Arariel, also known as Azariel, he is an angel of the waters, invoked by fishermen to grant them the luck of a plentiful catch. He draws leviathans from the deep and washes away ignorance. A curer of dull minds and sluggish hearts, he is referenced in Spence's An Encyclopedia of Occultism, in the Universal Jewish Encyclopedia, and in Gainer's Dictionary of Mysticism. 543. Ararita, a powerful name, the ineffable word in Solomonic conjurations. Carved in sacred gold and borne as talisman, it protects the bearer from sudden death. It is a Kabbalistic seal of immortality, according to the Greater Key of Solomon and the Magus. 544. Arazbarasbil, a sentinel of the 6th heaven, guardian of thresholds, keeper of radiance, as referenced in the Ozar Midrashim. 545. Arathiel, lord of the first hour of the night, he marches under Angel Gamiel's command, his watch beginning as darkness deepens, according to the Lemegeton. 546. Arathron, the Olympian spirit of Saturn. His dominion is vast, 49 provinces, and his knowledge greater. He teaches the arcane arts, makes women fertile, and men invisible. He is an alchemist, a doctor, and a shadow walker, according to the Arbatel of Magic. 547. Araukia, a name etched upon the third Saturnine pentacle, an invocation of ancient Saturnian force, a guardian sigil of Saturn's might, as recorded in the secret lore of magic and the Greater Key of Solomon. 548. Araxiel, one more fallen watcher, whose transgression echoes in the Book of Enoch. He watches still, but from below. 549. Ariakiel, another divine wielder of the sword, among the ranks of appointed heavenly executioners, according to Gaster's The Sword of Moses. 550. Araziel, among the host of names condemned for one sin, Araziel is a watcher who took mortal women and was cast down. He ruled Taurus with Bagdal, but now drifts, exiled. His story is recorded in the first book of Enoch and Levi's Transcendental Magic. 551. Arbatel, the angel of revelation in the Arbatel of magic. He parts veils and lifts secrets from beneath the stars, as referenced in the Lemegeton. 552. Arcan. In Barrett's The Magus, Arcan is a monarch of the airy host. On Mondays, he rules the winds. His ministers are Bile, Misabu, and Abu Haza. 553. Arcana, a Saturnine name, etched into the fifth pentacle of Saturn, a talisman of gravitas and hidden power. He is referenced in the Greater Key of Solomon by Mathers. 554. Archangel of the Covenant, a title of the Archangel Michael in the Coptic Apocalypse of Paul. He is the bearer of sacred bond and eternal war. 555. Archangel Ruined. So does Milton call Satan in Paradise Lost, a fallen prince crowned in sorrow and defiance. 556. Archangels. The archangels are messengers of the divine will, intermediaries of heaven's decree. While the celestial order places them just above angels, they often exceed that title in power and purpose. Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel are but a few of this renowned angelic order. They are warlords, healers, and seers, guardians of the threshold between mortality and the unknown. 557. Archangels of the 10 Sephiroth. In the Kabbalah unveiled by Mathers, the archangels of the 10 Sephiroth are Metatron for Kether, meaning crown; Ratziel for Chokmah, meaning wisdom; Tzafkiel for Binah, meaning understanding; Tzadkiel for Chesed, meaning mercy; Kamael for Geburah, meaning strength or fortitude; Michael for Tifereth, meaning beauty; Haniel for Netzach, meaning victory; Raphael for Hod, meaning splendor; Gabriel for Yesod, meaning foundation; and Metatron or the Shekinah for Malkuth, meaning kingdom. 558. Arkazel, a name whispered in forbidden rites, summoned by the master of the arts from the Grimorium Verum, a spirit of deep magic. 559. Archer. Archer is a spirit of Aquarius, bearer of knowledge and revolution. His dominion is shared with Sakmakiel, according to Levi's Transcendental Magic. 560. Archistratege. The word archistratege means chief of hosts, a title of Michael bestowed on him by the Lord God himself, according to 1 Enoch 33:11. In the Apocalypse of Abraham, his tears become precious jewels in a basin, his sorrow turned to beauty. This is also recorded in Ginsberg's The Legends of the Jews. 561. Archons. The Archons are ancient rulers, angels of nations and cosmic regulators. Shamshiel, mediator between Israel and the heavens' princes, is one of them, according to Scholim's major trends in Jewish mysticism. And according to the Papyri Graecae Magicae, Uriel, Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Shamuel are among the Archons. In Gnostic system, however, 7 Archons are named: Yaldabaoth, Jan, Sabaoth, Adonaios, Astanphaios, Iloios, and Orios. In occult rites, they are ancient planetary entities. In Manichaeanism, they are primordial powers. Their rule is vast, invisible, and enduring. 562. Ardaphil, also known as Ardesiel. A watcher of the moon's shifting mansions, he is one of the 28 angels governing the lunar mansions, as revealed in Barrett's The Magus. Ardaphil commands the cyclical tides of fate, dreams, and hidden desires, veiled beneath the waxing and waning moon. 563. Ardibehist, radiance of April, voice of divine law. In the sacred Zoroastrian order, Ardibehist is one of the Amesha Spentas, one of the divine emanations. Angel of the month of April and ruler of its third day, he bestows clarity, healing, and truth, as referenced in the Dabistan. 564. Arduizur, also known as Arduisha. A female cherub in Zoroastrian myth, detailed in the Dabistan, page 167, and the Gnostics and their remains, page 106. Arduizur ensures fertility, ease in childbirth, and the sacred flow of maternal milk. Known as the giver of living water, she is the breath between worlds, the angel who sings infants into being and anoints their mothers with strength. Her touch is sacred nectar, her song eternal bloom. 565. Arehana. An angel inscribed upon the third pentacle of Saturn, as recorded by Mathers in the Greater Key of Solomon. Arehana guards time-bound mysteries, invoking the weight and inevitability of destiny. His sigil binds age, structure, and karmic justice into one geometric spell. To call upon Arehana is to summon Saturn's unflinching judgment, slow, sure, and irreversible. 566. Aral, an angel of fire whose name appears on the seventh pentacle of the sun. Mentioned in the Sword of Moses by M. Gaster. Aral is invoked in ritual magic. 567. Arias, an angel ruling over sweet-smelling herbs. In occultism, he is seen as a demon and one of the 12 marquises of the infernal empire, as referenced in Desplancy's Dictionnaire infernal. 568. Auriok, a guardian angel of Enoch's lineage in Jewish legend, appointed by God to preserve Enoch's writings. 569. Arioch, meaning fierce lion. Arioch is a demon of vengeance, described as a fallen angel and a follower of Satan. He is noted in Milton's Paradise Lost and depicted as a bat-winged demon in Desplancy's Dictionnaire infernal. 570. Arcus. Arcus is a primordial spirit summoned by God from the depths, who, when divided, brought forth the dark world. He is mentioned in the second book of Enoch. 571. Armaita, also known as Aramaiti. Aramaiti is a Persian archangel and one of the Amesha Spentas, symbolizing truth and wisdom, who descended to help the righteous. 572. Armaros. According to the first book of Enoch, Armaros is a fallen angel, a watcher who taught humans the art of breaking enchantments. 573. Armas. Armas is an angel summoned in magical rites at the close of the Sabbath, according to Trachtenberg's Jewish Magic and Superstition. 574. Armasa, meaning the Great Lord, an angel found in Aramaic incantation texts, referenced in Montgomery's Aramaic incantation texts from Nippur. 575. Armimas, also known as Armimimus, an angel invoked in Sabbath-ending magical rites, associated with Hermes or Ormuzd, according to Trachtenberg's Jewish Magic and Superstition. 576. Armisil, angel of the womb, invoked for childbirth, often alongside the recitation of Psalm 20, according to Trachtenberg's Jewish Magic and Superstition. 577. Armon, one of the angels of the second Korah, invoked in the Almadel of Solomon. 578. Arfugitonos. Arfugitonos is one of the 9 angels who will rule at the end of the world, as stated in the Revelation of Esdras. 579. Arsialalur. Arsialalur is a messenger angel sent to both Enoch and Noah, bearing divine warnings. The name is a blend of Israel and Uriel, references the Book of Adam and Eve and the first book of Enoch. 580. Aruru. Aruru is a Sumerian goddess who fashioned humans from clay, considered a divine messenger and creator, and mother of the hero Gilgamesh. 581. Arviel, a guardian angel of the fourth heaven, as referenced in Ozar Midrashim 1. 582. Arzal, one of 4 glorious and benevolent angels of the East, invoked for divine wisdom, according to the Clavicular Salomonis. 583. Asael, meaning whom God made. Asael is another fallen angel under Semyaza, who mingled with human women, as referenced in the first book of Enoch. 584. Asalia. Asalia is a Kabbalistic angel of the Order of Virtues under the angel Raphael. He governs justice and is one of the 72 Shemhamphorai angels, according to Barrett's The Magus and Amberlin's La Kabbalah Pratique. 585. Asamkis, an angelic god of the 7th heavenly hall, according to the Ma'ase Merkaba. 586. Asaph. According to the Zohar, Asaph is the leader of angelic hymn choirs at night, just as the angel Herman leads the angelic hosts in morning chants, while the angel Jeduthun leads in evening chants. The Psalms 50 and 73 to 83 are said to be ascribed to Asaph, and he is considered the father of medicine in legend. 587. Asariel, meaning whom God has bound. Asariel is one of the 28 angels ruling over the 28 mansions of the moon. 588. Asasiel. Asasiel is the angel of Thursday and a ruling spirit of the planet Jupiter, alongside the angels Sakiel and Cassiel. He is referenced in the Heptameron, the Magus, and the secret grimoire of Turiel. 589. Asbiel, meaning deserter from God. Asbiel is a fallen angel who corrupted the sons of God through the daughters of men, according to the first book of Enoch. 590. Ascobai. In the grim Solomonic rituals where wax is burned and spirits are driven out, Ascobai is summoned, an angel forged in the fire of exorcism, drawn forth by sacred command. His name lingers in the sulphurous breath of wax-bound spirits called upon to banish that which clings to flesh and flame. He is referenced in the Greater Key of Solomon. 591. Azdarel. He was once called Sheriel. Now corrupted, he is called Azdarel, the evil archangel who taught the moon's cycle to the Watchers. His knowledge? Forbidden. His legacy? Contamination. Fallen but luminous in his damnation. He is referenced in Charles' Apocrypha and Pseudepigrapha of the Old Testament. 592. Asphael, meaning God adds. A luminary, a ruler of months and head of 1,000. A chiliarch with dominion over the intercalary day. A strange day beyond the calendar's rhythm. Inversion of Joseph L. He holds forgotten time in his hands. He is mentioned in the first and second book of Enoch. 593. Asha Vahishta. He is the Zoroastrian archangel of righteousness. Of the 6 holy Amesha spent us in Zoroastrian fire, Asha Vahishta is the flame that judges. He does not warm, he burns, and his justice is white-hot. 594. Ashkenizkael. He stands at the seventh heavenly hall, silent, unmoving. A guard in the mysteries of the Ma'asa Merkaba, Ashkenizkael is the final angel before divine madness consumes those who enter the throne room unworthy. 595. Ashmedai, popularly known as Asmodeus, or Asmodei. A messenger of God, yes, but also an enemy of King Solomon. He is the commander of 66 legions and a possible seducer of Eve. Ashmedai is a paradox, both a cherub and a prince of destruction, the serpent's tongue and the philosopher's mind, a creature of fire who walks as smoke. He is referenced in both mystical and apocryphal texts alike, such as the Book of Tobit, the Secret Law of Magic, and the Lesser Key of Solomon. In the Ars Goetia, he is a fallen angel with wings, knowledge of the future, and the power to make men invisible. He teaches mathematics, grants the Ring of Virtues, and commands 72 legions of infernal spirits. He is often depicted with 3 heads, that of a bull, a ram, and a man. He appears in John Dryden's The State of Innocence and is associated with moon demons under the name Hasmodai. His name is derived from the Persian name Ashmadaeva. Though originally a Persian demon, he was incorporated into Jewish demonology as Ashmedai, an evil spirit. 596. Ashmodiel, guardian of Taurus, a zodiacal angel whose influence grips the bull's horns. But his power is old. Before zodiac, before symbol, he is force and patience, pressure and violence. He is referenced in Job's Dictionary of Mythology, Folklore, and Symbols. 597. Ashrod. According to the Greater Key of Solomon, Ashrod is a prince over all angels and Caesars. His dominion stretches from divine to mortal thrones. He is invoked by the names of rulers and spirits alike. Power above power. 598. Ashriel, popularly known as Azrael or Azariel, the angel of death. He separates the soul from the body with neither cruelty nor mercy. In life, he cures stupidity. In death, he is the final breath, one of the 7 who rule Earth's cycle. He is well known in the Torah, the Apocrypha, and the Kabbalah. 599. Ashrulyu, he who causes to dwell, a prince of the first heaven, president of divine learning, Sarim of the Torah. His name is woven into the foundations of holy knowledge. Where he walks, wisdom blossoms and burns. He is referenced in the 3rd book of Enoch. 600. Aziel, he who was created of God. According to Esdras II, Aziel is tasked with transcribing 204 sacred books as Ezra dictated, a divine scribe, but also a fiend. In the Testament of Solomon, he finds thieves and reveals buried treasure. 1 angel, 2 masks, talisman against sudden death, and fiend of revelation. 601. Asimor. In Hekaloth lore, Asimor is one of the 7 angelic princes of power. The others include Kalmia, Boel, Psachar, Gabriel, Sandalphon, and Uziel. He is referenced in Marguliath's Malach Elion, page 17. 602. Asmodel. In ceremonial magic, Asmodel is the angel ruling over April and the zodiac sign Taurus. Once a chief among the cherubim, he is now a demon of punishment according to the Coptic Gnostic Pistis Sophia. The Kabbalah includes him among the 10 evil Sephiroth. References: Barrett's The Magus, de Plancy's Dictionnaire Infernal, and Ambelen's La Kabbale Pratique. 603. Asrafil. In Arabic lore, Asraphil is the angel of the Last Judgment, described by Duplancy in Dictionnaire Infernal, 1863, as a terrible angel. Although often mistaken for Azrael, Asraphil's role is more apocalyptic than funereal. Duplancy controversially classifies him as a demon. 604. Asron, one of the many guards of the gates of the East Wind, as referenced in Ozar Midrashim 2. 605. Asaf Sisiel, an angel stationed at the seventh heavenly hall according to Hecheloth lore, as in the Ma'asa Merkabah. 606. Asarel, another angelic guard in Hecheloth lore, this one stationed at the fourth heavenly hall, according to the Ma'asa Merkabah. 607. Aser Kriel. Aser Kriel is a sacred and unutterable name engraved on the breastplate of Moses and Aaron, said to protect the wearer from sudden death, according to the 6th and 7th books of Moses. 608. Asiya. Referenced in the secret wisdom of the Kabbalah, Asiya is the lowest of the 4 Kabbalistic worlds, known as the world of making or action. It is associated with the Qliphoth, the shells or demonic husks, and ruled by Samael, Prince of Darkness. 609. Asiel, an angel of healing appearing in the book of the angel Raziel and Schwab's Vocabulaire de l'Angelology. He is often compared to Raphael. 610. Asimonim. The Asimonim are angels summoned in Solomonic rites to command demons, especially to bestow the gift of invisibility, according to the greater key of Solomon. 611. Astakoth, also called Astrakios, an angel used in the exorcism of water as referenced in the Grimorium Verum and the secret lore of magic. 612. Astad. In ancient Persian tradition, Astad is the angel of the 26th day of each month and is found at the 64th gate of paradise, according to the Dabistan, page 166. 613. Astanya or Astragna. Named in Barrett's The Magus, Astanya resides in the 5th heaven and rules over Tuesday. His invocation requires facing west. 614. Astanphaeus, also known as Astaphaeus, Astaphae, or Astaphaeos. In Gnostic lore, Astanphaeus is one of the 7 Elohim, angels of the presence, and a Hebdomad, an archon created by the false god Yaldabaoth. He is considered the Jewish angel of Mercury and linked to Phoenician theogony. He is also sometimes associated with Satan. 615. Astaribo. Astaribo is a name for the great demoness Lilith in medieval magic. 616. Astaroth. According to the Lemegeton, Astaroth was once a seraph, now a great duke of hell. Astaroth discusses his fall, but claims innocence, depicted riding a dragon and holding a viper. Before his fall, he may have belonged to the Order of Thrones or Seraphim. He is sometimes equated with Diabolus, the devil, in Greek tradition, and is said to reside in America according to Grimorium Verum. 617. Astarte, also known as Ashtaroth, Ashtoreth, Ishtar, and Venus. She is the chief female deity of ancient Phoenician and Syrian religions, a moon and fertility goddess, later demonized in biblical and occult traditions. Astarte is equated with Aphrodite by the Greeks and called the Queen of Heaven in Jeremiah. However, in Paradise Lost, Astarte is listed among the fallen. 618. Astareoth, one of 7 great planetary rulers and an angel capable of overcoming the demoness called Powers in Solomon's legends. Referenced in the 3rd book of Enoch and the Testament of Solomon, he is often confused with the demon Astaroth. 619. Astromsuchos, also known as Etrempsuchos or Strempsuchos. He is a guardian of one of the seven heavens, worshipped by the Gnostic sect of the Paratai, as referenced in Lege's forerunners and rivals of Christianity. 620. Astrocon. Astrocon is an angel of the 8th hour of the night, serving under the angel Narcoriel, according to the Lemegeton. 621. Astroniel. Astroniel is an angel of the 9th hour of the day, under Vadriel according to the Lemegeton. 622. Asuras, also known as Ashuras or Ahuras. In Aryan and Hindu traditions, Asuras were divine beings who became adversaries of the great gods. They are comparable to fallen angels and demons. They are referenced in Hunter's History of India and Lenormand's Chaldean Magic. 623. Ataf, an evil angel invoked to harm enemies, especially to divide husband and wife, according to Moses Gaster's The Sword of Moses. 624. Ata'il, a guardian angel mentioned in Arabic exorcism rites, according to Hughes' A Dictionary of Islam. 625. Ataliel, or Atliel, one of the 28 angels who govern the mansions of the moon, according to the 6th and 7th books of Moses. 626. Ataphiel, an angel who holds up heaven with 3 fingers, according to the 3rd book of Enoch. 627. Atar. Atar is the Zoroastrian genius of fire and chief among the celestial Yazatas. The name means fire in Zend and Sanskrit. 628. Atel, an angel of the 4th heaven, ruling on Sundays, invoked from the east, according to Diabonos the Heptameron. 629. Atarestin, a sacred name used to uncover hidden treasures, according to the Book of Black Magic and of Pacts. 630. Athamas, an angel summoned in the conjuration of ink and colors, according to the Greater Key of Solomon. 631. Athanatos, a conjuring spirit of Mercury and a divine name used in treasure-finding rituals, according to Reginald Scott's Discovery of Witchcraft. 632. Atheniel, one of the 28 angels overseeing the lunar mansions, according to Barrett's The Magus. 633. Athoth. In Gnostic belief, Athoth is one of the 12 powers spawned by Yaldabaoth. 634. Atzaftzaf and Atshatsa, angelic guards of the 6th heavenly hall, according to the Ma'asa Merkabah. 635. Atziluth, the highest of the 4 Kabbalistic worlds, known as the world of emanation. It is the dwelling of God and the loftiest angels. 636. Atarib, also known as Taurus, one of 4 winter angels and head of the sign of winter. 637. Atom, meaning the twin. In Manichaean belief, Atom is the angel from whom the prophet Mani received his divine revelations. 638. Atuesuel. In the Kabbalah, Atuesuel is one of the 8 angels of omnipotence. He is summoned to smoke out the monsters of hell in rituals involving Leviathan, as detailed in the 6th and 7th books of Moses. His invocation is a weapon against hell's most ancient horrors, a purifier of infernal corruption. 639. Atufiel. Named in Hechaloth lore, particularly the Ma'ase Merkabah, Atufiel is an angelic sentinel stationed at the 6th heavenly hall. A guardian of divine sanctity, he bars the unworthy from ascending deeper into the celestial palaces of God. 640. Atuniel, meaning furnace. A blazing angel of fire in rabbinic angelology, Atuniel belongs to the order of virtues. He mirrors angel Nathanael and radiates with sacred heat, purifying by flame, casting judgment and illumination alike. His essence is that of divine combustion. 641. Awub. Awub's name is engraved upon the third pentacle of the moon in the greater key of Solomon. When invoked with the recitation of Psalm 40:13, which says, "Be pleased, O Lord, to deliver me," Awub becomes a spirit of rescue and divine speed, drawn down under moonlight's arcane power. 642. Owl, or Amet. A solar angel summoned by Kabbalists during rites of conjuration. His name gleams with the fire of the sun, a symbol of vitality and dominion, invoked to harness the celestial force of light and flame. 643. Auphiel. Auphiel reigns over birds, a lord of the skies and winged creatures. He is called in matters of omens, divination, and aerial knowledge. His breath stirs the winds. His word teaches the wisdom of flight. 644. The Ophanim. The Ophanim, the whirling wheels of fire described in Ezekiel's visions, are angelic beings of great mystery and divine motion. They burn with perception, watching all directions at once, ever rotating and singing ceaseless praise. 645. Auphiel, also called Anaphiel. Auphiel, or Anaphiel, is the angel who bore Enoch to heaven while he was yet in the flesh. Described as taller even than Metatron by many parasangs, Auphiel is the towering celestial charioteer of human ascension. In the legends of the Jews, he is also called Anpiel. 646. Oriel, also known as Uriel. Oriel, meaning light of God, is among the 72 angels of the zodiac's degrees. In the conjuration of the sword, Oriel is invoked as a bearer of illumination, clarity, and cutting insight, radiant and terrible with divine brilliance. 647. Arki Beiram El. This angel, known from Schwab's Vocabulaire de l'Angelologie, is said to have mated with mortal women before the flood, a likely echo of the watcher Ramiel. A fallen star, his tale is one of celestial rebellion and lust. 648. Osiel. With power over the sign of Aquarius, Osiel is a celestial water-bearer invoked in ceremonial magic. He rules over spiritual flow, hidden knowledge, and the eternal current of divine transmission. 649. The Authorities. Also called Exousia, these are pre-Dionysian beings, distinct from powers and virtues. In early liturgical sources like Constitution of the Apostles and the Testament of Levi, they dwell in the fourth heaven. In exposition of the Orthodox faith, John of Damascus ranks them sixth in the angelic hierarchy. 650. Autogenes. In Gnostic cosmology, Autogenes is an aeon who is surrounded by four great luminaries: Harmazel, or Armagen, Devithi, Oriel, who is possibly Uriel, and Elileth. Referenced in the Apocryphon of John and grants Gnosticism and early Christianity. 651. Auza, also known as Azza or Oza, a son of the Elohim and one of the fallen angels who had relations with human women, as briefly referenced in Genesis 6. He is also referenced in the Kabbalah Unveiled, page 249. 652. Aujaya, a prince of the divine countenance, one of the many names attributed to Metatron. 653. Avagbag. In Hechaloth lore, precisely the Ma'asa Merkabah, Avagbag is an angelic guard of the sixth heavenly hall. 654. Avahel. a prince of angels residing in the third heaven, according to the 6th and 7th books of Moses. 655. Avartiel. Avartiel is the name of an angel found on an oriental amulet called Kamea, used to ward off evil, according to Schreier's Hebrew amulets. 656. Avatar. In Vedic tradition, an avatar is a divine incarnation in human or animal form. There are 10 major avatars of Vishnu, including the tortoise, called Kurmavatar, the bear, called Bara, the man-lion, called Narsinha, the dwarf, called Vamana, the immortal hero, called Parasurama, the prince Rama, who is the Ram avatar, Krishna, who is the Krishna avatar, Buddha, who is the Buddha avatar, and the future destroyer Kalki, who will appear on a winged white horse to end the ages. 657. Aviel, an angelic guard posted before one of the palaces in the 7 heavens, mentioned in Pirkei Hekaloth. 658. Avirzahe, a beloved but terrifying prince angel guarding the gate to the 6th heaven, according to Nachunya ben Hakan. He is referenced in Marguliath's Malachi Elion. 659. Avitu, one of the 18 demonic names attributed to Lilith in rabbinic legend, according to Hanauer's Folklore of the Holy Land, page 325. 660. Avnil, a chief angel prince appointed by God to the sword, according to Monsieur Gaster, the Sword of Moses 11. 661. Avriel. In Hekaloth literature, an angelic guard at the 7th heavenly hall. 662. Awar, also called El Awar, a son of Iblis described in Islamic lore as the demon of lust and lewdness. 663. Awel, Awitel, and Awath, angels invoked in Kabbalistic magical operations, referenced in the 6th and 7th books of Moses. 664. Axinaton, an angelic being whose name God uttered to create the world, according to the Greater Key of Solomon. 665. Ayib, spirit of Venus named on the 4th pentacle of the planet, as referenced in the Greater Key of Solomon. 666. Ayil, an angel associated with Sagittarius. In ceremonial magic, his corresponding name and angel is Sizajasel, according to Trachtenberg's Jewish Magic and Superstition, page 251. 667. Aisha, a ministering angel invoked in Kabbalistic rituals, as referenced in the 6th and 7th books of Moses. 668. Azael, one of the 2 angels, with Asa, who fell after consorting with mortal women, fathering the Sedim. In the Zohar, Azael is chained until Judgment Day. Agrippa names him among 4 evil elemental rulers. He is referenced in the Zohar, in de Plancy's Dictionnaire Infernal, and in Agrippa's Occult Philosophy. 669. Azaradel, a fallen angel in the Book of Enoch who taught lunar cycles to humanity. 670. Azarel, angel whose name appears on the 5th pentacle of the moon, according to the Greater Key of Solomon. 671. Azagashtasp and Azakerdad. These are 2 Zoroastrian archangels, or Amesha Spentas, believed to be closest to God, according to Shea and Troyer's The Dabistan, page 136. 672. Azariah, or Azarias. Azarias is an alias of the archangel Raphael in the Book of Tobit. He later reveals his true identity as one of the 7 angels who stand before God. 673. Azariel, an angel of earthly waters in Talmudic and occult traditions, and one of 28 lunar mansion angels, referenced in Barrett's The Magus and in de Plancy's Dictionnaire Infernal. 674. Azazel, also known as Azael or Hazazel, a chief of the 200 fallen angels in Enoch 3, taught men war and women beauty arts. He is symbolically the scapegoat in Jewish rite. His monstrous true form has 7 serpent heads, 14 faces, and 12 wings. In Islamic tradition, he refused to bow to Adam and became Iblis. Azazel is referenced in many mystical, apocryphal, and scriptural texts, including the Zohar, the Apocalypse of Abraham, Bamberger's Fallen Angels, and Milton's Paradise Lost. 675. Azaziel, an alternate name for Semyaza. In Byron's Heaven and Earth, he is tempted by Anna to reveal the explicit name of God and carries her away during the flood. 676. Azbuga Yahweh, one of the 8 great princes of the Judgment Throne, considered higher in rank than Metatron, tasked with clothing righteous souls in heaven, also invoked in healing charms. Reference: Skolem's Jewish Gnosticism, Merkaba mysticism, and Talmudic tradition, as well as in Thompson's Semitic magic. 677. Aza, angel of elemental fire, also said to be the name of Zoroaster's father, according to the Ancients' Book of Magic. 678. Asphil, a guardian angel of the first of the 7 heavenly halls in Hekaloth tradition. 679. Azibeel, one of the 200 watchers who fell from heaven to mate with human women, according to the Book of Enoch. 680. Aziziel, an angel invoked in Syriac incantations. In the Book of Protection he appears with Michael, Harshiel, and others. 681. Azkiel, a leader among the 200 fallen angels listed in Enoch who defiled themselves with mortal women. 682. Azrael, also known as Ashriel, angel of death in Hebrew and Islamic traditions, described with 70,000 feet, 4,000 wings, and countless eyes and tongues, tasked with writing and erasing names in the Book of Life and Death, known for successfully gathering earth for Adam's creation when other archangels failed. He is referenced in the Encyclopedia of Religion and Ethics, Volume 4, and in Islamic traditions. 683. Azrael. In the shadows of Arabic lore, Azrael stands not as a mere messenger, but as a guardian invoked in rites of exorcism. Whispered in prayers and feared by demons, his name carries the weight of finality and judgment. When the veil between spirit and flesh begins to fray, it is Azrael who is summoned, banishing the intruding forces with divine authority. His presence is not of light nor wrath, but of absolute dominion, a sentinel stationed at the threshold of the unseen. He is referenced in Hughes's A Dictionary of Islam. 684. Azrael, the Ancient One. Azrael, chief angel and supervisor of celestial order, is known in the Zohar as Azrael the Ancient, and sometimes as Manil, the mighty camp. From the northern quadrant of heaven, where the cold winds of divine justice stir, Azrael commands 60 myriads of spirit legions. He is the great receiver of prayers, the silent auditor of mortal hopes. But in Ozar Midrashim 1, another mask is shown. Azrael as an angel of destruction, one of heaven's terrible judges. His name is inscribed on ancient Kamioth, on ancient amulets carved in fear and faith, to drive back evil, as referenced in Schreier's Hebrew amulets. 685. Azza. Azza, also known as Shemyaza the Strong, was once radiant among the Watchers before his fall. Rabbinic tradition tells that for his lust, for his betrayal of sacred law by laying with mortal women, he was damned to hang between heaven and earth, one eye closed in shame, the other open in eternal torment. Azza falls without end, a symbol of divine punishment and cosmic sorrow. Another tale whispers of his defiance against heaven itself, for he objected when the mortal Enoch was glorified and transformed into the mighty Metatron. In Solomonic lore, Azza was no enemy but a secret keeper, the angel who revealed to Solomon the celestial mysteries that made him the wisest of kings. But darkness clings to his legacy. The Talmud names him as the sire, alongside Azael, of the Sedim, spirits born of the cursed union with Nama, daughter of Lamech, before the flood. 686. Azael. Azael, sometimes separate from Azza, often fused with him, is a fallen glory of the seventh heaven. In the early verses of 3 Enoch, he stands as one of 3 ministering angels, Uzzah, Azza, and Azael. But later he joins the damned, listed among the Maskim, spirits of ruin. For the sin of cohabiting with the daughters of men, Azael was punished with a pierced nose, a divine mark of shame. Yet it was he who gave mankind the forbidden. He taught witchcraft, the ancient art by which mortals once drew sun, moon, and stars down from the sky to worship as gods. His teachings lit the fire of sorcery, and his fall echoed through every age of man. He is referenced in the alphabet of Rabbi Akiba and in Bamberger's Fallen Angels, page 127.